Stand with Ukraine. Have a good one.
I know y'all are here to shop and do things, but we have this group that's come all the way from Ukraine to visit, and everybody have a chance to talk to actual soldiers and combat medics from the front lines, and they wanted to just say a couple of words, if y'all can give them attention for a minute, and then play a little music. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Marina, I'm from Ukraine, and I'm here with a group of military from the front lines that came here to advocate for Ukraine, and we just wanted to say a couple of words to share our experience and to thank you all. But if you would allow me, I would like to start with a moment of silence for our fallen heroes, for American fallen heroes, for everyone who have laid their lives for Ukraine, and honor them. And we have this amazing band that's going to play a song that we play in Ukraine when we send our heroes to their last road. So if everyone could stand up, I'd be very grateful. Thank you. Thank you. You can all sit down now if you would like. So, as I said, my name is Marina. I was born and raised in Kharkiv, Ukraine. That is the second biggest city of Ukraine. That is a 30-minute drive from the Russian border. And my mom and dad are Air Force, and my dad is has been fighting since 2014 and injured in 2016 and is fighting now. And what I do is I kind of grew up here in America. I was an exchange student in Louisiana and went to high school in Shreveport, Louisiana. So I have this like American background with me. And what I do is I'm trying to make the best in bringing Ukrainian voices and Ukrainian military here to talk to you all and to share what is really going on in Ukraine. So I gotta say, when we were coming to Alabama at the gracious invitation of Steven, who is here, who organized this amazing trip, for which we are very, very grateful, and with the recent political situation that is going on, I did not expect to see what I've seen here today. This is our first meeting of our trip, and I guess when you are outside of America, you think that rightfully people mostly care about their own problems, and this is what we're all entitled to do. And we came here today, and I walked in and saw all of you wearing Ukrainian shirts, people here who have fought for Ukraine, who have been captured by Russians, people here who come and support, people who have no ethnic or whatsoever connection to Ukraine, but who raise their children to play Ukrainian music, to give tribute to Ukrainians and Ukrainian soldiers. And I gotta say, this is incredibly emotional and means a lot to know that while we are going on through the hardest moments of our life, when we are fighting for the same values that Americans have, just to be able to go to church, to go to school, to send my 13-year-old, 14-year-old sister to school and then to university, to have this ability to pursue happiness and to do well in your life, to know that there are people very, very far from us who share the same values and who support us so deeply and care so deeply as you are. And I just want to say I'm really, really grateful. That does mean a lot, and what I intend to do when I go back to Ukraine, to talk to those who have lost, I guess, faith in the support of other countries and other people far, because we've been firstly invaded in 2014, it's been 11 years, we had the full-scale war started in 2022, it's been more than 3 years, and it's tough, but I'm gonna share with them that you'll care. This means the whole world to us. So today with us we have two very, very special people who came to you from the front lines in Ukraine, who have dedicated their lives to fight for us, for all of us, for honestly the whole Western civilization, to stand up against evil, because this is what we're doing in Ukraine. We're standing up against invaders that came out to our home and kill us just because we're Ukrainians. Because I often think, I'm 24 years old, and sometimes I think, what is the difference between a 24-year-old girl who was raped and tortured and killed and left to die and not even buried in her own land, and me? And I understand that nothing that I've done in my life, the good things, the bad things, influence this. And the only reason that she is raped and tortured and dead, and I'm here between you, is just a chance that she was in the wrong place and I was more lucky to be in the right place, because they're killing and stealing our children and torturing and killing our priests just because they hate us Ukrainians. And I think that goes against all the values that we have in our country and all the values that Americans have as well. So the people that came here today risk everything in their lives to stand up for us and for all of us. And I really want to give them a chance to say their remarks. So with us today we have Victoria Goncharuk, who is a combat medic volunteer. So she also went to high school in Texas. She also understands, she's like, most of us are a bit southern here, and then got a full scholarship to study in America. She got an amazing job in America after she graduated and lived her amazing American dream. But when Russia invaded her home, our home, she went back immediately. Her whole family went to the front lines, because as Victoria is often saying, there is nothing more important than to protect your home when you have to. And also with us today we have George Koparashvili, Lieutenant Colonel, who is over there, who is from Georgia and who has fought off Russian invasion first of Georgia and then came to support Ukraine in 2014. So for the last 11 years, he's been Ukrainian by heart and by deeds and by his whole dedication. So we're going to listen a bit to him as well. And again, just thank you all so much. You don't realize the extent to what this support and seeing you all here today mean for us. I'm honestly, spending an hour here today has given me so much hope. I can't So thank you, and I'm giving the word to you.
Thank you so much for being here. As Mariana said, honestly for me, even been very emotional. Although I don't show emotions very often, it's been very emotional to see everyone come together and say words of support and come talk to me. It's very, very meaningful to see the support from regular people, just like people like me. But Maria stole my speech about what I did before. So yeah, I lived in Texas. I studied in California, and I worked in investment banking in New York City before the full-scale invasion. I was building my American dream. I was living my probably best life that I could possibly imagine, a pretty good life. But then, even in college, I always stood up to bullies, and I believe that we should live in just world. But when Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022, I realized that maybe I'm too naive, and the world that I live in isn't as good as I thought it was, and isn't there yet. And so yeah, I thought there was nothing more that I could do in my life than to maybe save somebody's life and protect my family, protect my home. My whole family is in Ukraine. And so me and my sister and my dad and my mom, we all went to join the military in 2022. Before that, we had no military experience whatsoever and never thought we would be in the military. But when somebody comes and invades your land, this is what you do. If somebody comes to your home, you have to do that. So since 2022, I have been a combat medic, and I work in medical evacuation. So I get to save lives of those who risk everything every single day to protect me. I know there's a lot of people here that resonate with that feeling. We have people here who fought for Ukraine as well, and it's a great honor to be with those people and stand by them. So thank you all. I'm happy to answer any questions about Ukraine and how things are going. So please find me as we walk around here. And I'm George with a lot more experience and a lot more life experience. Will tell you a little bit about why he is here, why he is in Ukraine, and a little bit about his values. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everybody. How you feeling this beautiful sunny day? Hope doing great. First of all, thank you for having us here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for having this beautiful American community. This is size doesn't matter, that's for sure, because you always sparkle of fire could start a big fire. So believe in yourself. What do I say myself? George was born in Georgia. First my visit to United States was 95, when I actually understand what is the real values, what real democracies is. I got my military background starting from Texas, San Antonio. What after to Fort Benning, Georgia for years, Kentucky, Arizona, mostly in the South, because I'm as well from the South. We're just thousands of different people. Well, it's in 2014, I had in my experience, war back in my own country. Russia started a war and occupied 20% of Georgia in the 90s and 2008, when the world actually stood quiet, didn't do much. So Russia got the appetite. I went through different wars, but because I had my experience here, I had friends here, and I owe the United States for having me as a proper human being with the values. it was my honor and obligation, and I joined 5 years on a missions in Afghanistan and Iraq beside my brother in arms. Today, I've seen another my brother in arms here, Alex. He just ran away, I guess, somewhere. You're all supporting Ukraine, and this is an honor because even though we might not know each other, but we understand, and soul finds another soul right quickly. And soldiers have this weakness, unfortunately. From 2014, we started fighting for Ukraine. And what was the purpose, you would ask? Why I do that? I had my own family, I have my 3 kids. Kids like these beautiful kids here. It's for them. I don't want them to feel what I felt when I was a kid. I don't want them to go through what it means to lose a member of the family because some crazy Russian decides to, he can't do that. I don't want them to suffer. And honestly, I believe that I can make a changes as an individual, not big but small changes. And I give myself to actually give up my family in the meaning of I haven't seen my kids for 10 years. Because of 2014 is the last time I saw them, and I joined the Ukrainian armed forces. And unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to leave from the country because it's been so hard to working and fighting. And I could not leave. They always say, hey George, you don't do much. Why don't you leave? And leave who? Kids who are, they've been 19 years old. At 10 years I've been working with them. I rose them like my own kids. Half of them died in my hands. Some of them are prisoners of war. And if I feel as a parent, I should fight all the way to release them. And I should do everything for them to be happy and be these kids without any future problems, which is be caused by any crazy person. And it doesn't matter to be Ukraine or US. And it really means that we need to, and I need to, fulfill this obligation as a man. Gotta still stand for this cause. This is our future. This is my values. What I'm fighting for, this is my values. My family, my friends, this is what it is. My identity, my country. My country identity consists of my territory, how this territory came up, because persons like me, maybe in the past, my ancestors also the sacrificed just for one cause that I didn't have a problem. So I should have, together with you, united Ukraine, democratic and sovereign. But because somebody doesn't want it, doesn't mean I'm going to give up. Because a lot of my ancestors gave up a lot of blood and sacrifice to have one country like United States. So this is my values. What's their values? Nothing. To get richer? No, that's not gonna happen because we can stand up for it. We could all support Ukraine. We could all support Ukraine, not meaning the Ukrainians, but kids. Ukrainian, I wasn't a Ukrainian. I'm a Georgian, but I'm a citizen of Ukraine. And I feel obligated because Ukraine is a wall which stands for the rest of the free Europe. If it falls, guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna be our kids, which is right now starting in the schools and universities, they're gonna go to war, and the war is gonna be worse. It's gonna be World War III. And that's what we preventing now. Because if it goes to the borders of the Baltic states, Poland, and NATO countries have to fight. Right now, we're not asking for the soldiers from the US. We're not asking anything. We're asking just a little support and the military equipment, nothing else. The rest of it, we're gonna deal. We're gonna sacrifice the blood is need to be sacrificed in order to these beautiful kids never go in the future. We would say our voices, it's not gonna happen. It will happen, and I guarantee if we don't stop it now, we follow it. And examples be millions before us, like Sparta, like other places, always been examples. You gotta go against the aggressor. With the one big cause, your future generation, for your country, for your language, for your belief. For your belief. I believe in a God, and this is my church. What is my church and God? This is my family, right? And give up for what? because somebody says so. No. This is my choice. I took a choice to who I believe. In Ukraine now, Russians are taking the children away from his parents from occupied territories. I never heard that since, I don't know, medieval period maybe. How's it can be happening, you know? Imagine somebody takes your kid, what you gonna do? I would go ballistic and eliminate the entire world for the kids. I'm ready for it, and it's not necessary to be mine. It's somebody's wife, somebody's kid, somebody's daughter. Doesn't matter. And the churches, as I'm right, as long as I know, they're actually pursuing the Catholic churches. Yeah, this is madness. So let's say talk about Gunza. Thanks again to having Steve, Margaret. Appreciate having us here. Thank you guys all, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. This is the end of our
Oh, I'm sorry. Like that too.
That's love.